Hello and welcome to the Crafty Elf Workshop. Today I thought I would show you how I use tissue when I wrap my gifts. I just find that it makes a little bit of a better presentation than just putting your gift inside a box and whoever opens it opens and their gift is right there. Now there's nothing wrong with that. I just find that the tissue adds just a little bit better presentation. So depending on the size of your tissue, it will depend on how many sheets you use. Now, I've got a piece of tissue here, which I know if I press down that there's no way that the tissue is going to come up and fold over the gift. So the smaller pieces of tissue, what I'll do is I'll pleat the tissue, and by doing that, I stick my middle finger in about the middle, I guess, of the width of the tissue and lift up, and then bring the fold forward until I get the tissue the right size that it just fits nicely inside the box. And then I'll take the end of the tissue and I'll slide it in so that it is right against the edge of the inside of the box. And then I gently push the tissue down and I will just crease the tissue at the top. And I'll explain why I do that later. Now I'll take a second piece of tissue and again I'm going to pleat it. So I use my middle finger, lift it up, and then pleat the tissue to the right size of the box and slide. Now this time I'm going to put the tissue in so that the end hits the opposite side of the box. The first piece of tissue went to the left. This piece of tissue is going to go to the right edge. Now it doesn't really matter what edge you do first, as long as each piece of tissue, one edge goes to one side and one edge goes to the other. Now again at the top, I'm just going to crease the tissue. I'm going to take my gift and I'm going to place it inside the box nicely. And then I'm going to take the tissue and I'm going to bring one side up. And by forming that crease, it just allows the tissue to fall over naturally. And it kind of creates a really nice edge. And I'm going to just press that down gently. And now I'm going to bring the other side of the tissue over to the other side. And just press that down gently. And there you have your gift. It just creates another element of surprise when the person's opening it. And I think it covers it up quite nicely. Now I'm going to show you, that's with smaller tissue. I also have larger pieces of tissue. And I know that they come in various lengths, depending. I find the dollar store tissue a little bit shorter. This is not dollar store tissue, but the dollar store tissue is just a little bit shorter. Now this particular tissue I've got here, it's quite long. So I'm going to show you, in this case, I only need one piece of tissue. I'm going to pleat the tissue. I'm going to roll it up. I'm going to gently press down. Now I will just push my hands down to the edges of the box to make sure it's all flat inside. And again, when I come up to the sides, I'm going to crease the tissue up here. And I will take my gift, place it back inside the box, and I will fold this side over, and I will fold this side over. There, it just covers your gift quite nicely, makes for a nice presentation, and there you are. Now I've also got another style box. This one here is a different shape, and I love to save boxes. When I get nice boxes, I tend to save them. This one I was given a gift inside, so I love this box. I will reuse it again. And because it's a little bit deeper than the other box, you follow the same idea. So again, this tissue is not long enough, so I'll pleat the tissue so it fits just nicely inside the box, and I will press it in, and I will put the one side in against this side. This time I'm going to put the tissue in with the edge on the right side, and then again pleating the tissue. I will get it the size of the opening. I will gently press it in, down along the side, creasing the tissue. Now I can use that same gift, and what I'll do is I will just fold the gift a little bit tighter, and I will stick it inside the box. There's your gift. You fold one side over, and then the other side, and there you have your gift. Now, using the same concept, I have a much smaller box here, and what I will do is often I will take tissue, and so I don't waste it. This is a smaller piece of tissue. This is from the dollar store. You can see how much shorter it is and narrower. And I will just cut the tissue in half. I'll fold it in half, and then I just run my scissors up the side. I'm not too worried about a clean edge because I'll explain why. And then what I'll do is I will fold one end of the tissue over, and then I will place the box here on the tissue, and I will lift the one side up to get the exact size of tissue I'm going to need, and I will crease it, and then I will just fold this tissue up and over, and then I'll fold it in thirds. I'll bring one side into the middle, and then I'll bring the other side into the middle, and what that does is it just creates nice clean lines in the tissue. And then I will place it inside the box. I will push it down, and again gently make sure it's sitting in there, and I'll crease tissue. Now I've just got a pair of socks here, and I'll just show you. You put the gift inside, you fold the one side over, and you fold the other side over, and there you have it. And there you go. That's how I use tissue when I'm decorating. I just find it makes for a little bit nicer presentation when you open a gift. Well, I hope you enjoyed this, and have yourself a great day. Thank you.